What's up, Pyromaniacs? Pyrostasis here. We are back in the world of World War Minecraft, and we are fixing to take off. I've got almost everything made. I'm going to kind of go over what all we've got before we take off while we're doing things, and you guys can kind of see what's going on right there. First off, we've got our rocket and launch pad, which I'm actually going to be taking to spawn. Let's go ahead and head to spawn real quick, and we can set all of that up. Actually, I need to find a good place to take off. I think right over here. Yeah, we'll take off by the Stargate. That'll work. So let's set it down here. And I'm hoping, I haven't actually tested this. Lem assured me that I could do this, so I'm hoping this will work. We'll see here in just a second. There's our launch pad. Alright, there's our rocket. Let's go ahead and place this down. There we go. Rocket is, whoa! Rocket is there, and it is glorious. Now what we need to do is we need to set our fuel loader next to it. You can see it actually connects automatically to the ship. And we need to fill this with fuel. Now the fuel's back at base, so I'm going to need to go grab some fuel here in just a second. I'm also going to need to go ahead and start all of these pumping. So let me go ahead and throw all this stuff down on it real quick. Get this all started charging up. There we go. Alright. That ought to be a decent amount of power. So let's do home undersea. And this is the complicated part. Now, unfortunately, fuel does not actually... I don't believe it's actually makeable at the current time. So Lem had to provide me with the fuel, which was awful nice of him. I do believe we are working on that. There are a lot of mods that are currently disabled on the server. The reason they're disabled is we're waiting on permissions from the mod authors to get back with us. Once they get back with us, we will enable those mods, and we can go from there. And you can see I'm filling the rocket ship with, or not, actually this isn't the rocket. This is the, go ahead and click load fuel. This is the storage tank on the loader, honestly. So that's what we're loading up now. There we go. And should be dumping into that pretty quickly. I'll go ahead and put one more up there. That'll make sure that once that's done, home, undersea. There we go. All right. Let's make sure we've got everything else. We're not going to need any more fuel, I don't think. I'll keep 2 fuel containers on me. I have all of the other stuff. We've got seeds, we've got the parachute. We should be good. I do need to put my parachute, my pink parachute, for all the brodies out there. And I've got 2 heavy oxygen tanks that are full. You saw me fill those last episode. Okay. I think we're good to go. I think I've remembered everything. Worst case scenario, we can always head back. But our little rocket ship is just about done. I need to make sure that we've got all the fuel inside of it. I'm not quite sure how to fill up the fuel. Let's get this thing loaded up again. These are all the people on the server that are here to watch the takeoff and the launch. Alright, let's see. How is this ship doing? F, inventory fuel. I don't see any fuel. I know it's loading, I just... Wait. Okay, it still seems to be loading. Damn it! Alright, I'm going to give it a couple minutes and make sure Need to make sure that all of the fuel is in there, because there's nothing worse than blasting off and being halfway to the moon and only to come crashing back to the ground. Definitely don't want that. Okay, and it says fuel status ready. So we should be good. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is we're going to break this. Break this. Break this. And break this. I think that's everything. Okay. Alright. We are fixing to take off. Goodbye, good sirs. Hopefully nobody jumps in front of the rocket. If they do, it will explode, and I'd really rather that not happen. Oh God. There we go. Wait. What? What the hell? Somebody stole my rocket ship! Hopefully we get everybody to stand over here. Alright, let's try this again. And somebody else runs up. Oh my God, please get away. There we go. There we go. Now the cool thing is you can actually change the trajectory of the flight, which is kind of good because if you hit any of these things, it will blow up. Good God, dude, this is freaking awesome looking. This is quite possibly the coolest freaking mod ever. I mean, I'm like freaking blasted off into space, man. God, I just hope I can make the oxygen collector work there. I mean, I've got 2 large oxygen tanks, so we should be good. One way or another. I'm hoping. Alright, we're getting close. Whoa! Achievement, get Quagmire. What the hell? Oh my God, dude. He's so tall. There we go. Alright, so at this point we can make a space station. Now, space stations are your like own private area. You have to have all those things to the right, which isn't that much. You can go to the overworld, obviously, which is the normal planet. Or you can go to the moon. Moon, obviously, no oxygen, gravity 18%, and it's habitable. So we're going to the moon. Now, Golo has been on the moon. I'm really hoping that he hasn't already wrecked it. One thing to keep in mind, you have to hold space instantly. If you do not hold space instantaneously, you will crash and burn. Like, it will literally slam into the ground. So I'm hoping, and I can't see the ground yet. So we're still coming down. Oh, you can see that's the Earth, or the what do you call it? That's the server up there. That's where everybody else is on those little. If I had Optifine, I wonder if I could zoom in enough. And I believe we're currently loading the planet because this is taking a while. I may have actually been a little bit too fast with it. All right, you can see on the edges. If you look over there on the edge, you can see the black is actually zooming in. So I fired the thrusters a little early. Unfortunately, there's no way to cancel firing the thrusters to slow us down. But once we get a little bit closer, you'll see a nice blue flame spitting out from the bottom. There it is. Now we can see. All right. There we go. Is that all? Okay, for a second I thought that was like all oil. There's our blue flame. See? It's freaking badass. Looks like somebody's been blowing things up. You can see over there there's a pretty nasty explosion. Oh god. We're fixing to head straight into a... We're going to land straight in a crater. Oh god, this isn't good. This isn't good at all. Alright, I'm going to try and level this out a bit. There's no way for me to level. We're just going to go straight down into it at 3 meters a second. That's 9 feet a second. That's pretty fast. Ah, okay, we're good. We survived. We survived with our lander. Yay! Yay, we're on the moon. Now, one thing I want to show you guys. Right now, I have my little oxygen mask, which you can make by putting an iron helmet in case you get in pain. We've got our oxygen gear, which is just oxygen tubes with the oxygen concentrator. We made a bunch. And then our big oxygen tank, which thankfully we've got 256 left in. I've got one backup tank if I should need it. And then I've got my cute, adorable pig parachute. Now, since... I guess I can get out of here. There we go. Oh! Have I shown you guys my cool TDK cape? Isn't that cool? Now that we've managed to get to the moon, we must claim the moon for Pyromania. And I hope this works. I haven't done this yet. Bam. Well, this is definitely not working. And... Yes! Boom, dude! I claim it for Pyro. Awesome! You got a little picture of the lander in the background. Here, we gotta make this prettier. We gotta clear this up. Can't have it. We gotta have a clear picture of the lander. There we go. There we go. We'll turn it around and then... There we go. Pyro on the moon. Yay. Okay. So, what we need to do now is we gotta get our oxygen farm going ASAP. Otherwise we're gonna die. So let's get our dirt out. Now, I haven't tested this in 1.5. It does work in 1.6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to find out here real quick if this works. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, whoa! Okay, let's drop our water right in the middle. Bam. And now we just need to fill this in real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up. Alright. Now, if this doesn't work, we can modify it and try and force trees to spawn. But like I said, trees are kind of buggy. We tested it in the beta, and we could not reliably make trees work with water planted like this, water above, water below. They would work if you spammed bone meal on it, but it was kind of iffy. Of course, in my infinite wisdom, I did not bring enough dirt to get all this set up. Now, in 1.6, I have confirmed this work because I have a whole moon base and a single-player testing world that I was doing. The 1.6 version of Galacticraft is awesome. It adds other planets, so you can go to places other than just the moon. So I'm hoping that most of the mods, now that Feed the Beast and Tekkit are both about to be 1.6, Tekkit's already 1.6, but I expect Feed the Beast to be 1.6 very, very soon. But as soon as that happens, we will be hopefully able to upgrade ourselves, and we'll have the 1.6 version of Galacticraft, and that's going to be awesome. Absolutely awesome. Alright, so unlike the tree, these are all growing just fine. We're not having any horrible deaths, which is great. Let's see. And there we go. Now, each one of these, from what I understand, gives roughly 5%, I think it is, Alright, so there's our oxygen collector. Alright, this is the one we had at the base. So I'm going to go ahead and just spawn him. We want him surrounded by as much as possible, so we're going to put him right here. And you can see he's collecting oxygen. You can see he's got roughly 59% oxygen, all from these. Now, unlike trees, he's not going to take it with him. He's not going to rip the wheat seeds out of the ground. So the nice thing about this is over time, you know, it's not going to die. So you're going to be going good. All right, now the problem we're running into now is we don't have enough power. I am going to have to build some solar power plants. We're going to be building... Oh no, those are in 1.6 only, I guess. In 1.6, let me make sure. Yeah, I don't see them. Unless it's, let's see. They've got to be in here. They've got to be in here. There's the buggy storage box, buggy wheels. There's all that stuff. Basically, there is a power supply. It is a giant solar panel farm, which looks absolutely amazing. If you watched my Twitter, you will see the picture of it there. And I'm just trying to make sure. Refinery, fuel loader, oxygen sealer. Yeah, I guess it's not in 1.5. So I will have to probably find a way to... We're going to have to find a way to utilize a better energy source, because we're going to be running into problems if I don't have a consistent energy source. I had planned on using those panels, but unfortunately they're not here. Okay, so you can see since we've gotten here, we've gone from 270 to 238. We'll see if I can get it to go. Yep, there it goes. It kicked down to 237. So we are actually losing power. So what we want to do now is we want to have an oxygen bubble distributor, which we can set. We're going to set him right here. And then I need to get my little oxygen tube. Is it right there? Yep. And I think it's right there, right? Nope, other side. Let's go ahead and break you. Well, actually, we don't have to break that. Put this here. There we go. And jumping up top. That's the nice thing about being on the moon. You can jump like Michael Jordan. Everybody's got air. Yeah. All right, so we're going to flip this over. Here we go. Set that up. And then I got to give this power. Yep. Hopefully it is getting enough. Woo. Hopefully it's getting enough juice over here. All right, flip that back up real quick. Now, on the moon, I believe the moon is the only source of quartz and osmium. So we will be utilizing that. If you guys remember, we had the contest where you guys could build the Steve's Cards Mega Cart for me. We're going to actually utilize that to do our mining procedures here shortly. And I hope this works, because there it goes. Whew! Alright, our bubble is filling up now. Thank God. And you guys can see it is flowing out. And that little bubble is actually breathable air. I'll show you guys here in just a second. And unlike the trees, this requires, other than these little power setups here, requires absolutely no power, or no maintenance on my point. This over here is constantly going to pull air. It will pull air forever. And as long as these guys stay here, it'll continue to grow. So, solid setup. Now I just got to come up with a consistent energy renewal source. Now, just to show you guys, I'm going to go ahead and take my helmet off. I got no helmet on now. Breathing just fine. Ready? And whoa! That hurts. Holy shit. That's a little bit more damage than I expected. In the default Galacticraft, it doesn't hit that hard. But you can see the difference between being inside the bubble and being outside the bubble. And it is... it is big difference. So what we're going to do in the next video is we're going to make a actual little hut here so that we can set up our mining operation. We're going to use the oxygen sealers that I have here. These can actually seal an 11 by 11 room, if I recall. And what that is it's basically an airlock. You have to have an airlock in the exit, and you have to have 4 walls, I believe. You put the sealer in, and it makes the room airtight. So you don't have to worry about these bubbles. I don't know if it requires power. It probably does. Let me look. Yeah, it's going to require power too. So that's going to be the main... Whoa! Whoa, whoa. Gimme. That's going to be the main problem. Will simply be keeping this powered. So, like I said, as soon as 1.6 rolls around, we're going to have the really awesome, what do you call it, solar arrays. If you haven't seen them yet, if you go look at twitter.com/pyrostasis, I post a picture of it, I want to say last weekend, when I was testing out Galactograph before we put it in the mod, and it is absolutely amazing. They look... They actually rotate with the sun, and they're the sexiest things I think I've ever seen in Minecraft. So, oh, no, we need to put our head back on. Where's our head? Oh, I already did. So there we go, guys. We've got our nice little rocket ship landing. We have our pyro-faced brony flag, and we have our lander. Only problem now is I have no idea where my rocket ship went. So I'm not quite sure how we are... Oh, thank God. Thank God. Okay, I was like, I don't know where our rocket ship went, so getting off the surface of the planet's gonna be a little awkward. But thankfully that will no longer be a problem. Without the rocket ship and the rocket pad, it's going to be very difficult. So that's the rocket ship that Lim had to make for me since somebody decided to blow up mine. Anyways, hopefully you guys are liking this series. If you are, please slap that like button. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next clip.